If y'all thought that Chrisean Rock and Jaidyn were really going to live happily ever after just because they claim to have made up, then you clearly don't know these two, because they hate each other hard. It's always one thing or another when it comes to Chrisean and Jaidyn, but it looks like we just might be about to witness the ultimate showdown, because Jaidyn is crashing out hard after Chrisean exposed her for going broke. Y'all know how their baby daddy Blueface has been in prison for a hot minute now? Well, Chrisean came out to claim that Jaidyn is broke and can't afford to take care of the two kids, and if y'all know one thing about Jaidyn, it's that she is not the one you want to play with. She crashed out hard, calling Chrisean everything but a child of God. Girl, things are messy between these two, so hold on tight to your wigs because it's about to get rough. Now, if you've been following these two from the start, then you shouldn't be surprised that they're dragging each other for filth on social media. I mean, sure, we thought that they were going to get their act together since Blueface is in prison and can no longer cause problems between them, but it turns out that we underestimated how much these two dislike each other, cause child, they are fighting hard. This isn't the first time that they have been taking shots at each other, because they've been doing it for years. If you're wondering what the beef is about, it's because they both believe that they're Blueface's main girlfriend. Fighting for a man who doesn't fully claim either of them is kind of wild, but hey, the heart wants what it wants. Anywho, Jaidyn believes that Blueface is hers because she was there first. For those who don't know, Blueface and Jaidyn were high school sweethearts, and they even attended prom together. But like a lot of other rappers, Blueface started messing with other women once he got famous. There are even rumors that he started cheating on Jaidyn before he even blew up, but y'all didn't hear that from me. He even had a show for women to compete to be his girlfriend, and that's how he and Chrisean met. She won, and Jaidyn clearly didn't like this.
So I told him, we're not doing that. We're not doing no hugging on no, we're not touching nobody, none of that. Right? Right? We did that. He think it's all fun and games, right? Yeah, I really wasn't going to do it to this raggedy, but she want to pop it at the mouth. She want to pop it at the mouth like she not no scary bitch. Yeah, okay? You don't talk about my son, because I was going to get you up again. Running in the mountains, okay? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about, don't got nothing to do with her. You don't touch nobody's. If you had a production, you had a show, right? That's what you claim, little. You don't touch nobody's. You don't touch nobody's dude. You don't do none of that, right? Try to let everybody know I'm not the bitch. I'm gonna pull up, right? Y'all saw me on the live. You saw me.
These two have been fighting ever since then, and they both seem to believe that they're the main girl. It got worse when Chrisean got pregnant with her son, Junior. Before then, Jaidyn was proud of being his only baby mama, but with the new baby in the picture, she could no longer claim that title. It got even messier when Blueface tried to pressure Chrisean to get rid of the pregnancy, and Jaidyn tweeted, "Give me the 100K daddy, I'll do the procedure myself." When fans came for her for being insensitive, she defended herself saying, "Never once has my BD ever said he would try to take my kids. Why? Because he never thought I was unable to be sane to raise them. So what does that say about this dumb broad?" And I recall when I was in the hospital with Journey, I told him since it might be a day or two before she comes, because I was induced medically due to health, that if he wanted to go home and chill and I update him, he could. But he didn't. I appreciated him holding my leg. Thanks, baby daddy. It was a great birth. And for a while, it seemed like Blueface was really going to commit to her, because he even proposed to her and made a big deal out of it. We thought that the messy love triangle had finally ended, but the next thing we knew, Chrisean came out to claim that she was still doing the nasty with Blueface after he proposed to Jaidyn.
I think me and Blue want to leave each other alone. We really do. It just never will happen. I can't give him what he wants. He can't give me what we want. So we just have that toxic ass sex. That toxic ass. I'm never leaving.
Anywho, these two continue to take shots back and forth, but y'all get the gist of it. Anywho, Blueface pulled a major shocker back in December last year when he married Chrisean, even though he's in prison. We thought that he and Jaidyn were cool, but apparently they're not, since he chose to marry Chrisean and not her. As y'all can expect, Jaidyn did not take this well, and she crashed out on social media talking about how Blueface didn't pay her child support. She threw shade at Chrisean saying, "Who married a ninja who don't call his kids and owe child support? Just give me my money." Now, we thought that Chrisean was going to go off on Jaidyn in her normal fashion, but she surprised us by typing a long message that didn't seem like her at all, because it was very mature. She wrote, "Jaidyn, I married him because I took a risk on love. You worried about why I married him. I'm wondering why our kids ain't fully met. I understand that you're feeling hurt and disappointed right now, and I truly empathize with what you're going through. I'm passing you this advice. because someone once told this when I was crashing out. You can't be confused if you don't call the kids if you bragging online how you don't pick up calls. Telling the world F him while he's locked up, plus his mother Carlissa exploiting our babies for clout. Pick a better babysitter. You cut that lady off once before, so why bother with his mother knowing she only watching them kids to hurt him and post weird stuff? I get it, resentment will have you not see why he won't call to talk to your kids, but jail isn't a camping trip. It's hell. She continued, while I don't agree with abandonment or how things have unfolded with our children's father, I want you to know that you don't have to carry the weight of his decisions. Going back and forth about a man isn't me anymore, so if you beef with him, please leave me out of it. This beef we got is played out. When Blueface wrote that diss track for you towards me, that's where you messed up at doing things out of spite. Don't work. Even when I made Mr. Take Your Bid, I directed every lyric to him, not you. But even that was lame on my end because doing things to people because it's done to me don't really satisfy the spirit. Beefing with you is childish and our kids are related. Back when I was 20 to 23, my brain wasn't fully developed, so beefing with anyone was funny. But this isn't funny anymore, it's weird. It's kind of wild to see this coming from Chrisean because like I said, everybody expected her to crash out big time after Jaidyn shaded her, but she didn't. Anywho, Jaidyn replied to Chrisean's long text and wrote, Chrisean, I wouldn't read all that even if I was paid to. For the love of God, shut the F up. I hate MF who play victim. Bees go live for 30 days and 30 nights with my name in their mouth and turn around acting dumb AF, always trying to be a part of something. It was at this point that we saw the old Chrisean pop out and she wrote, you replied, which means you read it. That's all. The truth can never be a diss. You screaming about money and child support, how much you need. Your bookings pay $7K. That don't include flight and hotels and food, and they slowed up. Nobody booking you right now. So I get the frustration, but don't drag me in it. Take that up with him. You crashing out on the internet is a cry for help, and it's unnecessary. And Zeus only giving you $20K for that reunion. Your rent probably $11K a month or less, and if you got a car note, those funds ain't matching. Sat hitting. So I get it. And if you got your own money, what you screaming for child support? That ninja put you in a position to be a star. You said out your own mouth he's a good dad, so which one is it? She also said, I'm literally responding to an indirect crash out. I can't get with tough thingy, you doing you, and I both know who will get whooped if we actually go there. Again, nobody's playing victim now. You trying to play stupid, but it ain't gonna work for real. It's weird this beef dragged way too long from 2020. You truly don't like me and stand me because of a man. That's only why we ain't cool. Okay, he stopped talking to you, deleted everything off his social, not because he's mad, but because we are setting boundaries, but F that. Say if me and him don't work out, your crashing out motivated him to disconnect, because obviously you felt disrespected, but he had the upper hand with stuff. What you blaming me for y'all fallout? I'm not gonna lie, Chrisean kind of ate Jaidyn up with her responses, but again, it's not hard to see why Jaidyn would feel salty over the marriage. Like I said, she has been with Blueface since they were teenagers, and he proposed and promised to marry her. He even clowned and shamed Chrisean, only to turn around and marry Chrisean instead. Yeah, it's a hot mess, and it wouldn't be surprising if things between him and Chrisean get messy once he gets back outside. Fans had a lot to say about this, and they left comments like, please don't let Chrisean fool y'all again. She's been taunting Jaidyn every chance she gets. So now that Jaidyn's finally tired and speaking up, she says this BS. Rock is only saying this because she finally got the ninja. If he would have married Jaidyn, then she'd be singing a different tune. And Chrisean probably tired of all the drama. Realistically speaking, she's been trying to deal with stuff on a spiritual level, and I applaud her for that. She apologized, she did her part. You can't make no one accept apology. And remember, hurt people hurt people. But are y'all buying what Chrisean is selling, or do you think that it's all a pile of BS? Drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.